Welcome to Security Check, and it's the second deck check or deck deep dive, deck tech, however you want to call this.
Yeah.
Today
we have not decided how we are going to name these videos.
Today we are talking about the Magnamon X deck, and to be precise, we're talking about the armor version of the deck.
Yeah, or it's always armor version if you play Magnamon X, but like, the Demon base, blue base, not armor vaccine. I've been playing that also, but the armor rush.
This is more
my favorite deck of all time.
Yeah, so this is basically you playing Armor Rush, but with Magnamon X.
Yeah, now we have a great Mega for the deck.
Oh,
so
I got myself. Oh, I'm dying.
What happened?
I tökkäsin.
Poke yourself. Okay. I won't hunt it.
So you can just see me squirming and dying on the side. Oh my god. So how we are going to do this is we're showing the sample deck list. It's pretty basic deck list, nothing super special most of the time. And then you're maybe highlighting some cards you want to talk about in the deck list itself. And then we move there to some tips and tricks for the deck and what you should
consider playing in your deck.
Consider what you should consider when you are playing the deck.
Yeah.
And after that, you're going to show some optional cards you can fit in the deck and play with in the deck.
Then I'll shout out some future cards that we are going to see later in the cycle of the game.
Yes.
Yeah, this is my base version of the deck. It plays Final Supercon Bunch that is not in every deck list, but is in many deck lists at least. It's a great aggression piece and gives some reach to the deck, and Reboot is really great paired with the Magnamon X antibody. Who would have thought? And the security attack +1 is also really great.
If you have actually made your stack from the Demon,
you're going to have 1000 DP buff.
You have the 1000 DP buff because of that, and then Final Supercon Punch gets you to the 16,000, and then you get the Reboot and whatever security attack +1, and that's the. And
if you have Shuyolin, you can have Alliance also there, so you can swing 4-5 checks in one turn and reboot. So,
and that is maybe one of the things that I have noticed when playing against Magnamon decks, that even if the Magnamon can attack twice in the same turn, that leaves you, funnily enough, it leaves you
kind of bad position.
Kind of bad position, so your opponent can aggress on you even if you unsuspend on their first attack. And Magnamon X is not the fastest card at ending the games.
Yeah, and
which is kind of funny to think with a card that actually unsuspends once per turn.
Yeah.
So,
but you want to leave it unsuspended. Yeah. So that's why I'm playing Shuyolins and Final Supercon Punch.
Yeah. So you can get the reboot, so you can actually attack twice and still get back to block your opponent's maybe first attack, and then you get to reboot, unsuspend.
Yeah, and the Final Supercon Punch is a really great deck in the mirror, because you can have your Magnamon X being bigger than your opponent's Magnamon X.
Yeah.
So. And that's one thing to really play around, because Magnamon X mirror is match that you are going to play if you are going to play in this meta. At least if you're not playing with two friends and you are the only one who plays Magnamon.
Yeah.
But
if you would take the deck to the tournament, you will face, more than likely you will face at least a couple other Magnamon X players, be it this Demon armor version or the vaccine armor version.
Yeah. The most crucial cards in this deck are, of course, the Magnamon X itself.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's the boss monster. It's stupidly good. It's stupidly expensive, but I love it. The starter deck Magnamon.
It's so good.
It's
annoyingly
so good. The value is there.
And the security effect is the most annoying thing in the world.
Yeah.
Because it just comes out of nowhere. You're attacking and then you're suddenly de-digivolved. And you're wait, what?
Yeah, and you still have to do the security battle.
After that, yeah.
Yeah, and like, if your opponent attacks with security attack +1, they hit Davis, you play Veemon, do the on-play if there is one, and then they hit Magnamon for the security for the second, then you Digivolve, and Digivolve.
Yeah, and like because you have Zudomon Ace and Magnamon, which both trash like materials and bounce stuff.
Yeah.
You can be this strange, almost Mirage Gargamon-ish like deck at sometimes, being annoying to decks that would like to keep Digimons on the field with like fewer materials.
Yeah, if your opponent has a level 6 Digimon with which is 2-colored, you can just Digivolve to Magnamon and then Digivolve to Zudomon or hardplay Zudomon, and you bounce the level 6.
Yeah, and because we have multiple aces in the format, you probably get some memory at some point there also. Or you can get some memory there.
Yeah. Then the Demi Veemon is mandatory in this set, at least. When Magnamon X is the deck to beat, you have to play the DB buffs. I'm usually not the biggest fan of the DB buffs because I want to draw cards.
Yeah.
But like in this format, you have to have the DB buff to not die to your opponent's Magnamon X.
Yeah, and do we have a Demi Demon that draws cards?
We have, but it's when you unsuspend.
Yeah, okay.
And it's from BT2. And the BT3 draws if you have jamming, but this deck does not have jamming.
Yeah. And because you have this one Veemon here, this Veemon, it can only, it can only evolve from Demi Veemon. So
yeah, so if you are playing the BT16 one, you need to have Demi Veemons.
Yeah, because this only, the other evolution is like from purple and green, so literally nothing.
And I choose to play 5X because this also gives you 1000 DB buff. It's the worst one, of course, because it's the one-off.
Yeah.
But like, it's still a 1000 DB buff. It's a Demi Veemon. Your games can drag on against and like Magnamon.
Yeah, and you're still like Magnamon armor rush at heart, kinda.
Yeah.
So you can still go like pretty fast through your eggs because you're not building a stack in your raising.
Yeah.
Basically, if you have a Digimon on raising, you bring it out if you're not like under a Ruinmon or something.
Or if your opponent has a Digimon Emperor that passes your turn.
Something
but
like that. But basically,
in any other case, you're bringing out your Veemons.
Probably, yeah. Most of the time, you're bringing out the Veemons and then you're hatching more and going more there. Except if you don't draw the rookies like you.
Yeah, yesterday I played so hard. So many games. Yeah. But yeah, this is the base plate of the deck. Let's talk about little combos and stuff you can do with this deck. The most obvious that everyone knows is Blinding Ray with the Magnamon X. And of course, Blinding Ray gives you memory. It's really great card in this deck because if you don't, you can't search this memory setter that I play. And I don't play trainings, so if you choose to play Davis and memory boost, you can't search your Tamer still.
Yeah.
So like, if you have this, you use this, pop your security, gain 2 memory and activate this immunity.
And that could be super important because like at some points you even can't swing if you don't have the buffs and the immunity.
Yeah, if your opponent has Magnamon X on the field, especially against like the what is this? The yellow vaccine version, they are probably going to be smaller because you have your Digimon and you have the BT16 Veemon that boost your DB. So like, if you only have one, you are at 13k. Your opponent is 15k. You use this, you are going to be a 16k Digimon.
Yeah, but so can they be also technically if they have.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So Magnamon X mirrors are really like annoying.
Yeah.
Because you both activate from the same things, and it's like, what? But it's like if your opponent goes second to Magnamon X or you go second to Magnamon X, then you kind of have the you have the advantage because then your you have the buff always before your opponent has the buff, kind of.
Yeah.
Or at least at first.
Then your opponent needs to do more work.
Yeah.
Then the like second really busted card. I don't know where it is. The second really busted card with Magnamon X is Heaven's Judgment.
As per usual.
Yeah, I'd say that Heaven's Judgment should go to 1 at least, because we are going to have these 3-colored Digimons.
Yeah, I think Heaven's Judgment was not
a problem when it came out.
Yeah, and it wasn't designed with the idea that you can have a 3-colored Digimon on the board.
Yeah.
And like it was done with the idea, okay, we have double-colored Digimons, and then you might have more colors on the side.
Yeah.
So you need
because
to
this is
like
an alliance card.
Yeah. So you need to have like a wider field to get like the super DP minus effects with that.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, with 2 colors you get minus 18,000, which is also already pretty hefty because it's like better than Wyvern's Breath, which is like the
standard.
It's iconic minus DP option.
Yeah.
But when you have like 3 colored Digimon and you go to like minus 24,000 in 6,000 increments, because it's like,
yeah, you can choose how you would
so you
like
can
to.
so you can kill like your opponent's whole board with just like Heaven's Judgment.
Yeah. Then this Beamon is really great. I've seen many lists that don't play it, but you can just have this on board. Then you can play Davis and play a Beamon with it, and you gain 1 memory. It makes your Davis plays 1 cheaper.
Yeah.
And if you have this on board, you can just Digivolve on top of your... That's not a Magnum. On top of your this Beamon for 1 cheaper, so for 2, and this gains you memory.
Well, it doesn't gain anymore because you played it with Davis already.
Yeah, but if it's in a different turn.
Yeah. Of course, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a 1
there's all this like when you're on the other side of the board, or like on the table. So like when I'm playing against these women, it's super annoying because there are like these gain a memory, and like they are like deceptively efficient at like gaining memory from almost random stuff.
Yeah.
And then like Davis gives you like 1 memory at the start of main phase if you have a like free. Of course they have a free. They always have a free. So
all Digimons in this deck except Tetexmon and Sudomon Ace are free traded.
Yeah. So it's like if you have a Digimon, you gain memory from Davis, and you can have like 3 Davis on the field and maybe Shu Yulin, and you start from 6 memory.
Yeah.
And then I'm just watching there like, okay.
Yeah, and then you can use these cheapenings and this memory gain and blinding rays. And if you haven't been playing the game that long, you might not know that you can activate blinding ray even if you are at 0 securities, and you still gain the memory,
which is annoying.
Yeah, because
random.
Yeah, it says trash the top card of your security stack, then gain 2 memory. You do as much as you can. If you have 0 securities, you don't trash anything, but
then
because there is the dot, and then you gain memory.
Yeah.
So
these are the little Digimon rulings where like then do something always happens, basically.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter what happened before the then, you still do the then.
Yeah. Of course, the promo Davis is really great in this deck because, well, you play a tamer which plays your Digimon. And a Digimon you want to play with this Davis is either this or this Beamon. This is the starter deck one from starter deck 9 that searches top 3 cards, adds 1 free traded cards to your hand. And this is the BT12 that looks top 3, adds 1 Imperial Dramon in its name, free trade or free trade card, and Davis Motomia in its name.
Yeah.
So this can double hit, and sometimes it does, and that feels really great. Sometimes you just see 3 option cards and you cry a little bit.
Yeah, but it's like it's pretty efficient, like aggroing, just like evolve to Veemon in racing, play Davis, play Searcher Veemon, search something, and then you can have like double attacker on turn 2 if you want to, and you have at least 2 memory to play with because you have the Davis.
One really great mirror tech card is, well, this is not like a tech, but in mirrors this is really great because it gets plus 2000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn for each armor trait cards in your trash. So
you can get ridiculously big.
Yeah, Magnamon X.
Yeah, because it still keeps the buffs.
Yeah. So if you have like 2 armor form cards in your trash, this gets plus 4000 DP. Then you digivolve this over. This gets the plus 3000. So it's plus 7000 DP.
And maybe plus 8000 because you have the X. So you're like humongously big at that point. And then your opponent really can't attack.
And that's like laughable. This is... I like it, but I hate it at the same time. It's really nice when you have this under there.
Or in hand, technically.
Yeah, but like if you have this to play with this.
Yeah.
You can swing, it draws your card if it dies, or if it is going to get removed from the battle area in any way, shape or form. And then it can play a Veemon from your trash, from your hand, or under it, or from its sources.
Yeah.
So then you can float, and that's really great. And that's why I play it. In BT17 maybe not anymore because we get better cards, in my opinion. But it's a great card. It's a beautiful altered. And
expensive altered.
Let's not talk about that. Oh.
It's like 100 euros or something.
Yeah.
Stupid. I don't understand it at all.
Then we have the last Magnamon that is the best of these because, we already talked about it.
It's the removal one, and like it's still a blocker. It still has armor purge. It has stupid security effect.
Yeah. Then one neat trick you can do if you don't find your Magnamon X, or if you swing with your Magnamon to security, you don't have Magnamon X on hand. You can play Awakening of the Golden Knight, digivolve your Magnamon into Magnamon. Because this can digivolve, your Magnamon in name can digivolve on top of your armor form traits. So you cannot digivolve this on top of itself, but you can digivolve Magnamon on top of Magnamon.
Which is funny.
Yeah.
And then you can unsuspend and just attack again and so on.
So that's a really, really nice little combo there. And of course, this gives you the minus DP protection.
Yeah, which is pretty good
in this meta.
In this meta, and if you really can't get to Magnamon X, so you can have the minus DP protection with your Magnamon that is probably blocker and on the field.
Yeah. Then few cards I'd like to talk about still are Digimon Emperor, because it's probably
it's probably the best overall tamer in this format.
Yeah.
At this moment.
It's the best splashable card in the game as a whole right now. Because Ukkomon's Rookie Rush-ish decks, Numemon really does not enjoy Emperor.
And all the start of main phase rookies we are getting.
Yeah.
Or we have and are getting.
Yeah, Lugamon really just crumbles in front of Digimon Emperor. And it's a additional draw power.
Yeah.
In this deck I don't like to play I already told that I'll be playing with the DB buff X, but I don't like the Vanyamons because we have already this that is a better draw engine, and because you want to be big, but this can help you to draw more cards.
Yeah.
And then the last card I'd like to talk before we move to splashable or tech-ish cards.
Tech cards.
Yeah, is Blue Memory Boost. I don't play trainings. I used to play trainings. We have videos where I play trainings in this deck. But trainings with so much. This deck has so much no blue cards.
Yeah, no blue, yeah. It's like... because trainings all only look at 2 cards, there's a high chance you hit something like Blinding Ray plus Deathexmon.
Yeah.
Blinding Ray plus Shu Yulin and Digimon Emperor.
Yeah, and you can't grab those either way. So I'll play Memory Boost over trainings because it looks 4.
Yeah, and you have higher chance to actually find a blue Digimon.
Yeah.
And you don't have that many like blue cards that are not Digimon. You have like Davis. And is that all?
Davis and Blue Memory Boost are the only non-blue cards that are not Digimon.
Yes.
Or blue cards that are not
So
Digimon.
Blue Memory Boost does basically a better job at finding stuff you want to find, probably with your trainings also. Kinda.
Yeah. And the memory gain is there. You can use it in the same positions as you would use your...
Except if there's a memory blocker, but like memory blockers are not super like there is not that many of those going around at this point, I think.
Yeah. In BT18 there will be, because we have 2 memory blockers in blacks for some reason.
Black can have 8 memory blockers in the same deck.
Yeah. Then let's move to cards that you could include. Some things that...
Some optional cards that like, you could play around with and try out if you want to.
Yeah. If you try to be more like really aggro deck, you have 3 inclusions in the deck. One of those is the Jamming Demon, the like legendary
the OG aggro
case. Yeah.
It's like it was so annoying at the, in the early days of Digimon. It was so annoying to go to say, oh, this Demon just attacks and doesn't die.
Yeah. And this combos really well with the Magnamon.
Yes.
Because you can swing and then Digimon on Magnamon and unsuspend.
Yeah.
And then you can swing again.
Indeed.
Then Ukomons.
Both of them.
Yeah. If you are going more aggro build, you probably want to use this Ukomon. This is great in any case. I don't run it at the moment because I'm trying all Demons and like more, not like aggro, but mid-range version of the deck at the moment.
I played against this like Magnamon X or Magnamon build in our last Saturday's tournament where he was playing like Ukomons and like more of this. It felt, at least against me, it felt more like Vemon Rush-ish and like Magnamon Rush-ish. And it feels pretty still pretty good because it's like it can suddenly hit you for like 2 or 3 times in really like fast pace.
Yeah.
So if you can't keep up with it, it can get out of hand really fast.
Yeah. Then one last aggro card that you could use is the Liity. Self-explanatory.
Yeah.
It combos really, really well with the Ukomons. It combos really well with Jamming Demon because you can Digivolve it on back and play Liity and swing face.
Yeah. And then you can still like go to the unsuspending Magnamon and have a blocker on your opponent's turn.
Yeah. Then we have the old armor forms, the BT8 armors. You could run those if you don't enjoy the BT13 one. They are more aggressive pieces because they evolve cheaper, and comboed with this Demon they can evolve for 1. And if you have this on board, they can evolve for free. So they can be really aggressive. Flame Dramon can swing, then you can use Awakening and go to Magnamon X, and it still has the buff for your end of your turn. So then you have bigger Magnamon X than your opponent.
Yeah, but then you have to remember that you can't evolve on top of these two straight to Magnamon X.
Yeah, then you probably need more awakenings than 2.
Or you have to go to like Zudomon Ace or something to get to the Magnamon.
If you play these, you probably play 4 of these, and 2 off, or 1 off, or 2 off.
Yeah, and then maybe like 1 more awakening or something, so you can reliably find it.
Yeah. Then you could also take the old Magnamon X in. It's not a bad card. It's just really overshadowed by its big brother in this set. But like, it's great against Numemon.
True, because you can just soak all their attacks.
Yeah, especially if you Digivolve with Awakening. You can have the DP minus protection, and
then in Numemon can't really.
Yeah, they can give it the lingering effect, but then you are like, okay,
but they really cannot like attack at the turn, more than likely.
And when it gets destroyed, it goes on top of your security.
Yeah.
This is especially when we move to BT17. This might be like actually a 1 off or 2 off in the deck, because the Magna Garurumon can't be blocked, but it can be not Magna Garurumon, Ancient Garurumon. Yeah. It's so old, the tamer, that gives it the unblockable thing. So yeah, consider this, and if you have 2 or 3 of these, you can play this and be okay-ish. It's not the best version of the deck, but
Magnamon X, the new Magnamon X, is so expensive that I don't like expect everyone to have like full playset of those. Even like normal art full playset.
Yeah, and you can actually play Magnamon Armor Rush without any of the Magnamon X. You can go low to the ground, play Jamming Weemons and Ukomons and Luis, and play really aggressive and fast deck.
Yeah.
And that can be fine also. I've not tested that, but
it could still
it's been on my mind.
Yeah, it could still take the games from like, it's maybe not like completely like up to this day, like up to date, but it's like if your opponent like stumbles even a little bit, or is like
a turn too slow.
Yeah, or like slower, even a slower deck, they can get like overwhelmed by these attacks.
Yeah. Then we have some level 7s that are not Detexmon, because I know Detexmon is madly expensive card. It's going to get a reprint in December, gladly. And don't worry, there is no Ruin modes in this list, because I don't like to play Ruin mode on top of my Magnamon X. You lose all the value of your Magnamon X.
Yeah.
Then we could play one Omnimon Merciful mode.
It's a funny card with Magnamon X.
It's really funny, because you know what? It removes itself on top of from on top of your Magnamon X start of your turn.
And then trashes a security card.
Yeah, so you could activate Magnamon X. So you could have 18,000 DP Omnimon Merciful mode that is unaffected by your opponent's effects. And then you can activate your Magnamon X's. Or you can choose not to activate it and just swing and activate it then.
Indeed.
So,
and like in certain meta games, the ability to bottom deck cards from your opponent's trash could be super huge.
Yeah, when we move to EX6 and Demon Lords, this could be really
interesting, at least.
Yeah, and well, if you play against Leviamon or anything that plays Anubismon,
any purple deck ever.
Yeah, or even the birds.
Yeah, but it's like Merciful mode is like the anti-purple card. Basically.
It's the anti-card. So, then this is not as cheap as the Merciful mode, but Jesmon GX. You could actually build this deck with Jesmon GX in your mind. I don't have the BT7 Kotas here, but you could play BT7 Kotas, X antibodies, and Jesmon GXs. And like focus on your build with Jesmon GX in your mind.
It's really fun.
Yeah, like if you digivolve, you have Magnamon X, and then you digivolve Jesmon GX. On top of it, you tuck one card.
Any Royal Knight, basically.
Any Magnamon. This is really great tuck. And of course, Magnamon X is a really great tuck.
Yeah, because then you get unsuspend.
Yeah, if you don't have the immunity, you can digivolve on top of this and put it under there from your trash or hand and get the immunity and plus 3000 DP, and then you can swing.
Or you're maybe swinging already.
Yeah, or you were swinging with already with your
you get blitz, so it doesn't really matter if you're like attacking with the X antibody or not.
But yeah, the X antibody is also really great with the Magnamon X antibody. You could tuck it under one of your Magnamon swing and digivolve to Magnamon X. That unsuspend gets the immunity and then does the check.
Yeah.
And even if that passes the turn, like it probably will, it's 5 cost Evo,
you still
it does damage.
Yeah, and you have like
safe damage.
And you have 6000 DB buff on your opponent's turn.
Yeah.
And you can get 3000 more.
Yeah, if they remove a security.
Yeah. So it's like, and as I said earlier, sometimes Magnamon has a little bit of problem ending games fast enough.
Yeah, so the X antibody could help out with that.
So it's like it could give you ability to end games in a faster pace and not give your opponent time to react to the Magnamon or like mount a comeback or defense against the effects.
Yeah. Then you could also play the old BT3 Davis. It's a great memory setter, especially if you are playing Light-Dramon. You could play this, and then you could have two
different targets for you can actually
grab two Digimon with it.
Yeah.
But Shuyulin is a great card, so think about that. Test with both. I like Shuyulin better because of the reboot, and
makes sense.
Yeah, the Mind Link is also really great. But yeah, Davis is really great card. Then mental training.
We talk about that.
Yeah, if you want to play mental training, there's nothing wrong with it. But
the colors can be awkward if you are playing like Digimon Emperor, Shuyulin's Heaven's Judgment, Blinding Ray, Awakening, all of those.
You need to build your deck.
Punch.
Yeah, you need to build your deck thinking that will this hit most of the time or not. Yeah. You can play Davises, you can play less like different colored options.
And you probably don't want to play you don't want to play Ukkomons on top of this.
Yeah.
Also because
they are anti-combo.
Yeah. So it's like you want to at least take a look of your color ratios in the deck.
Yeah. Then the last card you could include in your deck is what other than Ice Wall?
The legendary blue option card.
Yeah, of course.
Infamous.
Of course, it's like at some point it was like mandatory in every blue deck, but you have to keep in mind that Ice Wall does not work on Magnamon X if it's immune.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't run it, because Magnamon X is a huge meta threat at this moment. But when we move to BT17 and EX6 and people playing other decks than only Magnamon and Numemon.
Yeah. Ice Wall is fine against Numemon also because they need to usually make like multiple attacks. And Numemon doesn't like being taxed. That is one thing they dislike like the most.
Yeah, they really don't enjoy that. Then in the future we are going to have like good support for this deck also. We are going to have in BT17 as box stoppers the Flame Dramon promo that has evade and armor purge.
No, raid.
Raid, sorry. Yeah. Mixing the effects. What? Raid and armor purge, and when the attack target is switched, your opponent draws.
Adds the top card of the security to their hand.
Yeah. So it's a great like removal and aggression at the same time. I'd play it on top of this, or
in place of that.
In place of that, yeah. Thank you. Then we are going to get the Paladin mode Ace and Shine Greymon Burst mode Ace. Those are both great cards. for this deck because they both can evolve on top of
if
Magnamon X.
And if Magnamon is immune, then your ace is also immune for that turn, so your opponent can't really do anything to them.
I'd say that the Paladin mode ace is probably better because it's a free type, so you could search it with your searchers, and it's blue, so your memory boosts or trainings hit it also.
Yeah.
And it's green, so your days searches it.
True.
Then we are going to have at December we are going to have the scrambles, which also work with the deck really great. You can go one cheaper to your Magnamon X antibody, and
or even like you can go pretty efficiently to your Magnamons from your Beamons.
Yeah, for 2.
Yeah. And if you have like other effects, you can go like even like cheaper. So.
Yeah, you can gain memory there. So yeah. So keep those in mind. We are probably going to see some sort of armor support later in the like game's lifespan again, but first time we got them in BT8 and second time in BT16.
So BT24. Here we come.
I should change the note on my door saying BT24 waiting room.
Because that's the next time we're getting armors.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, but these are my thoughts, techs, and my deck currently for the Demon-based Magnamon X armor deck. If you enjoyed, if you play the deck yourself, leave a comment. What are you playing in the deck? Do you have any spice decks that I didn't mention? Like the Setmon. I don't like the Setmon in this deck, but you could play it. It's a Demon armor. Tell us what kind of content would you like to see in the channel? We are experimenting at the moment, and we are going to probably next video will be the Q&A video. You can leave comments still, and if you have something to ask or comment, you can always comment.
Yeah.
And please do subscribe. You are still here. Consider becoming a channel member, and we will see you at the next video.
Bye.